For the base, I'm using sodium hydroxide. Now for sodium hydroxide, since we are using pellet, we must do this very, very fast, so that because it's a bit hygroscopic in nature. So what I will do is I add this filter paper on it to the machine, then I will tie it. I will press a tarry. Some people will call it tarry. So you tie it. So if you tie it, that is to neglect the weight of the filter paper. So everything will be back to zero. Once it's back to zero, I am taking, I want to weigh 20 grams because I'm using I'm using a particular concentration that has to do with using 20 grams to dilute, to prepare a 5 dm³ of the sodium hydroxide solution. So that's what I'm doing now. So this is a weighing balance. I have it added here until I get to 20. I get to 20. So this is 20 grams already. So I'll be very fast. Then and make sure you seal the pellet container very fast also. So I will now add it to the one I did very big. So see the way I pour them in now. Now I can power off this. I can power off the scale now. The weighing balance. I will power it off. Then I now use. I will use the. Yes. I will use the steering rod, the glass rod, to steer, to ensure it's properly diluted. Now the container is labeled B to show base, so my student will not be aware of the base. Though eventually they will be told, the examiner, being a practical examiner, will be told that they are provided with a base labeled B. So the base sodium hydroxide, they will be told, but what they will not be told in some cases is the concentration. Sometimes they tell them the concentration. So now that I use 20 grams to prepare 5 dm³, so you can do that calculation as a chemistry teacher to know the concentration. So like I said, maybe in subsequent video I will do a calculation on how to prepare it. It's just a regular preparation. So we prepare it, that is mole concept. You know your mole, where you deal with the mass over molar mass to know the particular mole you are going to use. So you do the concentration. So most times you can also use the C1V1 is equal to C2V2 formula to do your calculation. So you know the concentration you are going to use, you know the volume you are going to use, and you know all that. So that is essentially what we are preparing. So you see, as I'm stirring it now, the pellet is disappearing. The pellet is disappearing. So it's disappearing, meaning it's getting dissolved, because the pellet itself is a soluble base. Sodium hydroxide is a soluble base, soluble in water, completely soluble. So because of the OH, you know, sodium hydroxide is NaOH. So the OH group there is having that affinity with water. So we are able to easily have it dissolve in water compared to other form of salt. So this one is a soluble salt, unlike lead carbonate. Lead carbonate is not even soluble at all, so you can't use that one as for this kind of purpose. So the other ones you will be able to use. It depends on what you are being asked to do. Like for this particular exam now, I will be doing some of the salt analysis involve lead 2-triazocarbonate 4, so that is going to be used as the salt. But for this one, this preparation, of course, you know, is for titration. So we are going to titrate this acid, this base against the acid. So that is what we are doing now. So I'm ensuring that everything is in order. So before I commence the practical session with my students, so just preparing everything down. So this base is well dissolved. I mean, the pellet is well dissolved now. So now, before now, I did not complete I have not completed the 5 DMQ of the solvent. So I will just add a few drops to it now. Yes, I will just add a few drops to it. So this is graduated, and we have confirmed that we have standardized it to confirm that the graduation is actually correct. So since I'm using, I use a pulverized bucket as against using maybe a standard flask of 5 DMQ directly. So in a situation where you don't have the 5,000 DMQ directly, you can use the 1 DMQ measuring standard flask. You can use one. You can use 1 DMQ of this to measure it 5 times. So you pour it 5 times here, so to ensure that the standard is still okay. So instead of just assuming, instead of saying you don't have a 5 DMQ of the standard flask, that you can just provide this way. So I measure 5 of this here. I've got my 5 DMQ. So assuming I want to use 2 DMQ, I'll measure 2 of this, then I do my the solution, prepare the acid correctly. So that is that. So stay in touch. Thank you.